I owed my girl buddy a solid. Isn't that a redeeming quality? Helping friends with stuff? When you come up with something creative to call me, you sack of poorly packaged horse I owed my girl buddy a solid. Isn't that a redeeming quality? Helping friends with stuff? When you come up with something creative to call me, you sack of poorly packaged horse But your husband's heart problems complicated, so the FCC won't let me be or let me be me. So let me see. They try to shut me down on TV, but it feels so good without me. This looks like a job for me, so everybody just follow me, 'cause we need a little controversy, 'cause it feels so empty without me. I say this looks like a job for me, so everybody just follow me, 'cause we need a little controversy, 'cause it feels so empty without me. Let's just get a tasket. I go tit for tat with anybody who's talking this shit, that shit. Patrick, you can get your ass kicked worse than them little limp biscuit bastards. And Moby, you can get stoned by Obi. You 36-year-old boy in fag loan. You don't know me, you're too old, let go, it's over. Nobody listen to techno.
Ladies and gentlemen, please hold tight very soon. We will begin the show in a few moments.
Sometimes the shit just seems everybody only wants to discuss me. So this must mean I'm disgusting. But it's just me, I'm just obscene. I'm not the first king of controversy. I am the worst things and self-especially to do black music so selfishly and use it to get myself wealthy. Hey, there's a concept that works. 20 million other white rappers emerge. No matter how many fish in the sea, he's without me. Now this looks like a job for me. So everybody just follow me. Cause we need a little controversy. Cause it feels so empty without me. I say this looks like a job for me. So everybody just follow me. Cause we need a little controversy. Cause it feels so empty without me. I just get a tasket. I go tit for tat with anybody who's talking this shit, that shit. Chris Kirkpatrick, you can get your ass kicked. Worse than them little limp biscuit bastards. And Moby, you can get stomped by Obi. You 36-year-old boy in fag clone. You don't know me, you're too old. Let go, it's over. Nobody listen to techno, now let's go. Just give me the signal, I'll be there with a whole list full of new insults. I've been dope, suspenseful with a pencil ever since Prince turned himself into a symbol.
Hello everyone, welcome to the show again. Right, we're on to episode 3 of the Hazbin Radio. Sorry there wasn't any yesterday. So let me just quickly change to here. Obviously today we do have Blue Raven 666 with us, we do have Sugar, and of course we do have Lucifer. Sorry for last week, we didn't have an episode. There was a private matter that needed to be sorted out very quickly, etc. So, yeah. So, let me just unmute myself in the Discord and let's see how well we go. So, how's everyone today?
I am fabulous as usual.
Yes, I know that, babe.
My
The intro is a bit long.
my mouth tripped up and I stumbled somewhere between saying I'm good and I'm fine, so it just went poof.
Oof. Okay, so let me just good, okay, it switched immediately. So obviously, with our first bit of news today, the French version of Hazbin Hotel is currently getting auditions, of course, for the French version of Hello Boss. So,
That's right.
and of course, there is an Italian version of Hazbin Hotel currently being made at this moment in time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not following the French version. Come on. So
I
right
know,
now,
I saw that. I thought that was really cool.
yeah. So I'm glad apparently that's all happening. So, and also, Vivzy posted something on her Instagram, I believe. Yeah, that's her Instagram. So obviously this was a while ago. Obviously Shawnee was someone who sent me this lovely, lovely thing. So obviously it's just so I haven't slept because yesterday I was so genuinely great and I'm still in shock. I felt like I needed to document my moods of the day so I can look back with a weepy eye. Hard work pays off. Keep fighting. You will someday reach milestones you never imagined you would. Hopefully big news soon. But no things are happening. So we don't know what's going to be happening at this moment in time. Vivzy obviously being cryptic as always.
Mm-hmm.
But we do have something
Same as
new.
usual.
Yeah, she's always cryptic. But of course, we do have information about the French dub. Obviously, it now reached over 1 million views. This is artwork by, of course, by Seb Valez. Always a great artist. I always will retweet his work. So that's pretty much it for Hazbin news at this moment in time. There has been a hell of a boss news that we are commonly aware of. I'm just gonna quickly
I know
skim.
this isn't necessarily news, but I know that I know Vivzy did say that she's not currently recruiting or doing auditions for voice actors for any episodes for Hazbin Hotel at the moment.
Yeah, okay, that's understandable. I mean, yeah,
Yeah,
'cause
I think obviously
she's
she's focusing on the other projects.
yeah, she's probably focusing on Zoo Fairy at the moment, which I
Yeah.
do believe should be her top priority. Where has been related, Mega Manderson. We don't talk about My Hero Academia in here, unless we want to. This is a has been stream. This is not like the other streams that we normally do. But My Hero Academia is fine. And in any case, it's really good. Yeah, no caps, please, because that's twice now. And now you've just been warned. Thank you.
I mean, I know nothing about My Hero Academia. I just know it exists.
I've seen the first two seasons, and I know the third is actually I think they're further along. But yeah, it's a completely different fandom to what we're discussing here. So it
Also,
has been related, Hell of a Boss related, Vivzy related, Zoophobia related, or just say hi.
pretty much.
Or just say hi.
Yeah. Even though technically I'm doing Streamception right now. Lol.
Hmm.
Okay, so obviously now that we dealt with the news, let me quickly go back to my topics. From page. Why is it displaying the old one? For goodness sake. Right, give me a second. I am boomering right now.
Oh blimey! Well, maybe it rubs off on you then.
Oh,
My boomerang, that is.
Oh, shush you. There we go. Okay. Okay, so apparently we have received a rather sad update involving Stamper. Stamper TV, if you guys don't know who he is the voice of Serpentius. For the Hazbin Hotel series. Let me just quickly...
Judas Apprentice was it impression? No, I'm not going to do it. I have to shout when I do that, so I'm not going to do it.
I mean, I can kind of do one, but I also have to yell, and it's shit.
I'm gonna have to.
That
I'm
is the
gonna kind of.
problem with that character. You have to shout. If I move my microphone away,
Not to mention that the only fucking thing I can say as Serpentius is "Oh Bell."
oh.
That's the only thing I can say.
What a character!
Yeah, his mum posted something a while ago about obviously her son being in Twitter jail.
Yeah,
Because apparently he got kicked, he got suspended off Twitter again.
bad snake.
Question is, even I
What did
don't
he
know.
do?
I don't know. I absolutely have no idea. There we go. Yeah, so apparently when you actually go access his Twitter, which was of course Richard Ultra Baller, I think more likely probably people got triggered by that. By the she/him thing. The pronouns. So yeah, so apparently saying you're trying to follow a user that doesn't exist.
That old chestnut.
Yeah, so obviously Stamper's mom is appreciating that. So obviously, he does have other socials that people can communicate him from. But thing is, we don't know exactly what he got caught with or anything. So even she doesn't know what exactly was happening with him. But that's roughly about all I can say about that. So yeah, pretty much some of these topics are pretty much going to be quick fire. Nothing too major. I do believe Mega. We are going to be seeing Heaven soon, and and according to what Vivzy have said, we may be seeing Adam, Eve, Cain, and Abel in the future. So that's so so basically the two first families are going to meet, and more likely live is going to be like Adam, Obviously holding a massive, massive grudge.
Yes, yes. Funnily enough, I actually did a little story time thing on that recently. Didn't get into the part 2 with Cain and Abel just yet, but most people I think are familiar with the story. It could be interesting
No doubt, no
if they
doubt.
came into it.
So obviously here we go. Here's Stampers' Twitter. Well, was his Twitter. But yeah, now it says apparently that you're trying to follow the user doesn't exist. So yeah, that's his mum. Stampers' mom. So she was the one who posted that, so. Sid, you don't know who Adam is? Wow, okay. Interesting. Apparently I heard that Satanists have now joined the fight for, what's going on. Interesting. So let me just quickly go with my topics. Right, and now we're back onto another serious topic. Shipping Wars 2.0. Why, oh why does this always bite me in the bum? And yeah, we'll get onto that bit in a second. Give me a minute. I know, too much politics on my feed. Blame everyone else I follow, not me.
I don't have any of that on my feed.
Yeah, because I'm not that political. You should know
I
that.
just have fun stuff. Mwah.
Yes.
I'm back. I'm sorry. My microphone cut out and I couldn't hear you guys no more.
Oof.
Lawnmower? Or not? Because last time it was a lawnmower.
No, like literally my microphone cut out. Like if I don't know why it does that. Like on the occasions, like I'll just like lose you guys. Like I won't hear you guys talking anymore, but I'll still be connected to the call. So
Discord.
Yeah, it's a
That's
Discord problem, but it's only with the mobile version of Discord.
Yeah, I get that quite a lot. Well, we get that quite a lot.
Unfortunately,
Yeah.
Alastor, yeah, the shipping wars is still going on. I don't know why. An artist, a Russian Charleston artist known as Nervous Alex. I did actually add them on Twitter to invite them to the show. But they never responded. It was an open invitation. But thing is, I was willing, and I'm still more than willing, to set up a debate. A debate
Ooh.
between a Charleston and a Chaggy to end this little debacle once and for all.
Yeah,
it's
I think it
drawn
would have
out.
gone the other way.
See, here's my
Yeah.
issue with it. I feel like the Charlister Shaggy debate is something that's always going to be in the fandom. There are always going to be people arguing it, fighting it, trying to find their own reasons for it. It's something that's always going to be there.
Yeah, yeah.
Pretty
Yeah.
much.
But it's the fact of
honestly,
having that
I'd-
it's gone to the point where now death threats have been sent.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
So that's the point where it goes too
the level-
far.
Yeah.
that's where it gets ridiculous. I mean, it's A, it's a cartoon. It's B, it's fictional, and C, it's just ridiculous.
And Vivzy even stated that people can ship whoever the fuck they want.
Yeah.
And of course, if many of you guys probably know that the Chaggy's argument has been recently that because Alastor is an asexual aromantic. Well, I debunked that just yesterday because of my video that I put out not that long ago talking about the asexual spectrum. Did you watch that video, Blue?
Yes, I did. I watched it start to finish, and I agreed with a lot of the points that you said on it.
Good. I'll link the video itself into the stream chat. Just bear with me in case anyone else has missed out on it. Yeah, basically there, Alistair, I've just been touching on the other subjects. Like, obviously I do quote Forsties, Vivzy's right hand, And of course, Vivzy has said that people can ship all they want. And of course, I did receive my first hate mail. My first hate comment on it. The person wasn't even English. And they have a playlist. They have a playlist saying uploads and no actual videos.
Yeah, you get that sometimes. I mean, I've had that on several videos before. Most of the time, you know, just as long as you don't get into a debate with them about it, just say your piece. If they carry on, just ignore them. I wouldn't even block them. I'd just ignore them because it just turns into an endless string of ridiculousness.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Trust me, I've been
definitely.
down that road.
Same.
Alright, let me just quickly go here so people can also see the comment. So I am slightly putting the person onto blast, but I've already done that on Twitter, so. So it even said, even if Alastor can feel, because they put fell, something towards Charlie, she's already in a couple with Vaggy, so please stop. So obviously their English is quite bad. So I replied with, Vivzy has stated people can ship whoever they want, canon or not. I am merely proving the fact that Alastor can still be error ace and be in a relationship. Also, I'm a radio duster, not a charster, and creator of the Chaggy name. Telling me to stop providing an argument when when there's been actual death threats been sent. If you don't like Charleston, then just ignore it, mute on socials, etc. Goodbye.
Exactly.
That's perfectly fine. I don't know who I ship. I mean, my obvious one would be, you know, Lucifer and Lilith, but that's because I just think Lilith's hot, and I kind of role play as Lucifer, so you know, it kind of works
He's
for me.
go. He's complete go.
But,
Two of my
I don't know, the
hashtags did.
ships.
Yeah. So pretty much I just debunked that entire person's argument. From literally just like sending a rather tactical, logical nuke. Just people just being people. So Nervous Alex decided to post this kind of artwork. So this was on May 28th. And obviously it's with a picture of Charlie holding a rather bloody knife with Vaggy's decapitated head.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
So yeah, kind of went a bit dark.
I mean, it's hell, so I mean, it's okay, but I think what they were trying to put across is a bit too much, though.
Yeah. There are certain boundaries which people tend to cross. But let me go towards this. So Nervous Alex put out one of the DMs from someone known as Bailey. So the person has said, stop trying to paint this cruelty. You setting a bad example. Charlie, the good, cute girl demon. She is the princess of hell, but this is immoral. Your drawings frighten me. Stop drawing it. Give me a second.
The use of words expressing something other than their literal intention. Now that is irony.
I had to do that. If you guys were
Wow.
watching the stream, I used the Blender Explains irony.
Oh my god.
Because obviously, because the word immoral, they're in hell. Come on, bro.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, hell is the realm for immorality, so.
And they actually say princess of hell, but this is immoral. Oh, I love it.
I don't even.
And like this whole thing is subjective too, because you know obviously the image frightens them, but there are plenty of fans that would find that sort of thing cool.
Yeah, exactly. So Bailey has put out a tweet here. Call himself Stan Vaggy. All horrorists are not alike. We do have morals. We do know lines that should never be crossed. If you're a horror artist who knows inappropriate, such as each one of these, trying not to get myself demonetized. Oh, by the way, folks, you guys can actually super chat in my in obviously down below, so you're more likely to see a little box So obviously you guys can super chat whenever you please. It goes towards the channel when I get my money, which probably won't be until like July. Then they said, don't at me, you know it's wrong, but if you refuse to admit it. So more likely they're talking about Nervous Alex here on what they drew. Again, yeah. What Samara has said, that fan art is not canon. It's fan art.
Yeah.
Is it going to affect the show? No. Is it going to affect the community? Kind of. That's it.
Honestly, that's the thing. Like, it doesn't matter what anyone does. The community is always going to be affected by it in some obscure fucking way. And that is the fucking tea.
Yeah.
Like, it may not ever actually affect, like, the producer or the actual, the shit of the show, right? But it will always affect the community. And and then there's people like me that just sit here eating our fucking popcorn like, yes. Fucking going after each other's throats, I see. Nothing new.
Yeah, so
Nothing
Nervous
new.
Alex, this was posted a while ago. She said she didn't apologize immediately, so apparently she has apologized. Bailey has apologized to Nervous Alex. No, she was very aggressive towards me. If she didn't want to, she would even ignore the tag. You can mute tags. Like, I muted Kick Vic. Thank you for the $5 donation, Blue. You didn't have to, babe, but thank you. Thank you, man. Thank you. Yeah, so, like, she didn't apologize. She didn't even have to do it initially. So, basically, Bailey incited her followers onto Nervous Alex. So, basically, causing targeted harassment, which is against Twitter TOS. And there we go. It just propped up. Thank you. Thank you for the $5 super chat. Thank you, man. Yeah, that's absolutely fine. Like, people do that. I mean, like, doesn't fucking, like, Fun 60 Dragon Ball do it all the time, if I can recall, babe? If you know who I mean.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, she does. Yeah, so like yeah, some children respond with, what her followers do has nothing to do with her. I think it's unfair to accuse her of sending them your way when they could be doing on their own volition. Like, what you guys make, but attacking other artists is just uncalled for. True. I do believe attacking artists over their preferred pairings is completely barbaric. And anyone that actually does follow them should be disavowed immediately. Okay.
That's what I don't get. Like, even if they were deliberately sent out, there's never, like, at least from what I've seen, I could be wrong, but I have never, ever seen, like, an outright statement from the person telling their people, hey, go after this motherfucker.
They probably may not have done it publicly, but more likely probably done it privately. So actually,
yeah, that too.
Yeah. So here we go. Here's what I wrote on the May 29th. So literally the day after the fight broke out. I said, hello, Nervous Alex. I see you are in the forefront of harassment from the shipping wars and drew art of your recent negative emotions. Obviously, that Charlie picture. Would you like to be given a platform to speak on your side from the person who created the pairing name Shaggy? So I was given an extended open invitation towards Nervous Alex, but they did not respond. And they do not have me blocked, just to prove my point, hence why I haven't followed them. That's roughly about it. Yeah, I do believe the shipping wars have gone too far. But again, if you guys want to check out my Alastor asexual video where I talk about the asexual spectrum, again, I'll happily link that again. That won't take too long. A well-constructed video, it was my first time dealing with Adobe Premiere Pro. Fucking hell, it was hard. First time using that shit. I'm not exactly like a rock band mic and movie maker sort of thing. So here we go. You guys can have that again. That didn't take too long. what is the next subject? Okay, next topic. I believe that's some lies of Vivzy. Remember, has been related topics only, Samara. So now we're going back onto lives of Vivzy again. Because apparently some people are still holding a grudge against her.
Yeah.
Oh, and the tweet's gone! I wonder why!
Blimey. Oh gosh.
I don't even fucking know, to be honest, but I just wanted to do that.
Are you okay, Insane?
I'm fine.
Just a little concerned right now.
Don't
Sorry,
worry, it's
really fun
fine.
to do that. It's really fun to do that. I'm sorry.
Right,
Can
so
I do
this...
it one more time?
Go ahead.
Okay, I'm done.
And thank you, Hazbin Madness, for the £5 donation. Love you, baby. Here's a small donation. So proud of you. Thank you, baby. Okay. Right. So obviously, this person individual here known as Justy. This of course would be their Twitter. Eurofy. So to see what if I can find them. Don't spread this. She underpaid her animators and lied about it. So she obviously this is involving what happened a while ago. So she said, I will be looking for animators soon. And if you are a black artist or animator who likes adult cartoons and is looking for paid freelance, I really want to see your work. Apply with it or email me. I want to do anything I can to help talented people in need of opportunities. This was posted on June 2nd. So apparently the Twitter, the post originally I was supposed to have, was deleted. And here is their page. So more likely they probably received a lot of backlash. Because by the looks of it, just having a look through that tweet. 7 hours ago, 12 hours ago. So we need to look at June 2nd. June 5th. June 5th.
I want to put my... Hold on. Okay.
4th. Not this person. Okay, just trying to look for the timeline here. Right, okay. So I think this is more like in response to that tweet. I really said I was wrong and apologized and later deleted the tweet. And I still have people hanging around just to insult me and accuse me of lying. I'm trying not to let it get to me. But to be honest, I've been stressed all day because of all this. Well, you brought it up. Apparently, the document that was on the Tumblr post has been deleted. Well, has been removed. Well, moved, apparently. So apparently they've been calling this person a bitch and whore, which I believe is not correct. People said that tweet's deleted, so more likely talking about that Viv's tweet. And this person said, I am a stranger on the internet. You're not entitled to a debate from me. You are not entitled to my time. I'm in no way obligated to engage you. There are better things you could be doing right now than provoking someone on Twitter. I do agree, but to be honest, you poked the bear about Vivzy. Some
That's
said people on the site can't read. Well, neither can you, to be honest. It was never my intention to lie, despite whatever insults you all want to throw at me. I tweeted something because at the time I thought it was true, and I'm sorry for that. Also, I won't debate you. Don't try and provoke a fight from me, please. Again, understandable. They deserve to reach their own conclusions, but despite my doubt in my original claim, I'm still mighty suspicious of how people are batting so hard. She's addressing the racism again. The racism that Vivzy had already addressed on Tumblr. Because she was a Tumblrite, and I would know that considering I'm a Tumblrite. Well, former Tumblrite.
I'm not.
No, I stay far, far away from Tumblr.
Good.
I mean, I have an account, but I've never really used it.
I just post my art like every once in a blue moon. Other than that, I'm on Twitter.
Okay, right. So it's funny that everyone's ganging up to say that she pays me super well, but can't come up with an excuse for all the actual racism she did. So yeah, this person is pulling the race card.
That's naughty.
She's already addressed the issue. No matter what, you're a fucking idiot. I know I shouldn't be called insulting her, but to be honest, this is my platform. So she's being broadcasted from my platform. I would probably suggest anyone, don't do anything. If you do, I'm gonna disavow you, and yeah, you'll no longer be considered a fan of mine. If you do attempt to harass this person.
Yeah, this is just report on news. So just
Basically, like
take it
every
as
fucking news channel that's on TV except
Exactly.
for Hazbin.
Yeah.
We are a neutral party. We do not wish to put up the stakes for y'all's bullshit, respectively.
yeah.
We're just here to fucking commentate on it and laugh at you fool.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah. And Just Steve said 500 plus tweets in less than an hour. By some miracle, I haven't been attacked by an Hazbin Hotel fan yet. If you guys could probably tell the look, if you felt that look on my face being that Justin Timberlake look, then yeah, that was me right now. But yeah, this person, no. To be honest, the person should have said that in the first place. It already has been debunked, so that's why I did the tweet. I will be trying to find that document again if I can. Hopefully I can. No, that won't take too long. Okay, so the next topic. And let me just quickly go back into that. Okay, so obviously we're actually moving quite fast in with the topics. Pardon me. Yeah, definitely, Mega. That's something that we're trying to do. Yeah, we've said to start. The race card has been pulled on Vivzy quite multiple times, especially when her earlier years. This was obviously when Vivzy's past was coming back to haunt her. I think Manga Carmen and many others have also gone through her past. Saying how she apparently apologized. So, next one. Right, so now we're moving on to Aristo. The fake Lucifer from the other Hazbin Hotel Discord. Which is also supervised by Vivzy. Right, this person decided to do a bit of a shenanigan. You know the whole term saying never get your hopes up?
Yeah. I live by that.
Same.
Right, what I'm about to post up is, of course, his face. Bit of a wide nose. And, yeah.
Oof.
Right, so I managed to catch this before he even deleted the message.
Oh.
He posted this. episode of Hazbin Hotel is out.
Oh.
And that was on June 2nd. Do you want me to go to where that link goes? Because I can.
Sure.
That won't take me too long. And everyone can have a look at Deadpool for a minute.
What are we looking for?
Oh,
Oh, yeah, here we are.
It's probably not a good idea to click on strange links.
oh no, it's a screenshot. It's a screenshot. He already deleted that message. So I managed. So yeah, that's his own fault because I managed to catch it quite quickly. Surprised how many Vivzy has not scolded him for it. Because I'm pretty sure he would be scolded for that. Going, what the you think you're playing at, mate?
What is the link? What does it take you to?
That's what I'm about to find out right now.
Huh.
But thing is, I have to type it in manually.
We love that for you.
And it just and it just redirects me to YouTube. So more likely the video has also been taken down.
Oh no.
Fucking pathetic. 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 Okay, I do believe we have some callers in the room. If you guys are in the obviously they're in the void. Never mind. I thought they were in the red room. Never mind. Okay, cool.
So hang on. That link it takes you to something completely different that isn't even there.
It's no longer there. It just redirected me to YouTube. That was it.
Oh, okay. So it looked like it had like LL Cool J or something on.
No.
Hey, there's a couple people in the red room. You cool with me bringing them in?
No, they're in the void. That's not the red room.
Void?
Yeah, they're not.
Oh.
They have not stated anything in the red room state reason. You guys are more welcome to join the Discord server. There is a link in the description below, and there is a hyperlink literally right there, just above, well, just underneath Alastor's head. So that should be fun. So
I'm not being horrible, and I shouldn't really say, but no, I'm not going to say actually about this chap on the screen
Hi,
because
Mel.
that's just I shouldn't say anything.
Hey.
okay,
Okay,
so now
everyone. I gotta take a pause here. This is necessary every time Belle is in the chat. Oh, Belle.
No.
Oh no, we got another Seraphina, another Ashley. We got another bootleg Ashley.
now trust me, I know plenty of bootleg Ashleys already.
I said. Oh no.
What would happen? What would happen if I?
This is a lot like Bobby's going on.
Okay, so now we are still sticking to the topic about Aristo and of course his little shenanigan on his Discord saying apparently episode 2 got released when it actually hasn't. I'm surprised, Vivzy, you've not actually managed to ring his ear in for that. I would if I were you. I would literally say, hey, what the fuck you think you're playing at? That's not right. Do it again and I'll disconnect. I'll literally cut ties with you. Wouldn't you guys agree?
Definitely.
I mean, yeah. Just the only thing that I feel is like maybe Vivzy is just too fucking busy to really notice that kind of shit.
Oof.
Oh, trust me, like she noticed when he was making that fake Patreon that was going towards her and all that stuff. Because obviously, a couple of weeks ago, I had Monstrous and Hellboy in the call.
Oh damn.
So
Wow.
speaking of Hellboy, funny enough, one of Aristo's minions, known as Ziggy, has been harassing him quite a bit. All the way up to his first tweet.
Oh my god. Okay.
So-
Shit.
Yeah, and also they've sent me a DM. I've ignored it. So basically they said, Hellboy, yes, Siggy. Encouraging people to ship who they want and instead making fun of them. No, Ziggy. Telling lies to Ashley. No, Ziggy. Show me proof. Ha ha ha. No one cares. Fuck you. Do you want to know what my response to that was? Because I actually responded to him. If I can actually find it. Oh, yeah. Apparently he likes to make alternate accounts to, get unblocked. Well, just to see what Hellboy was tweeting. There is a bit of hilarity of that. Quickly go to that. So obviously there, so yeah, the guy keeps trying to harass him. So,
Dang.
but do remember also posting something. I think I said something on the line. Hang on, actually, I can actually go here because I actually linked it here. There we go. Right. So obviously he wrote down that no one cares. Fuck you. I said, tell that to yourself, you ungrateful snitch.
Damn.
What?
Because he was basically being a rat, harassing Hellboy on the behalf of Aristo.
I
On
don't
behalf of
fucking
the other
get that. Like, why do people feel like they need to go out and do that?
Because Aristo is
Like,
an
bro,
asshole,
you got
in my
nothing to
opinion.
do with it. Why you getting involved?
Yeah. But again, it's mentioned in the previous episode, when I was talking about the document with Hellboy and Monstrous together. They're quite cool people. So basically, yeah. So he was like, he was talking about what's happening with the riots and all that. Well, Monstrous said, "Man, I'm so glad you got death threats for check notes for absolutely nothing relevant." I do believe that there is a timeline for Hellboy. Ziggy had joined a Discord calls talking about unsafe topics, which already landed him on our radar. In a mid 24 hours, asked one of the writers of Hazbin Hotel, if Vivzy had anything in her head, why did she need you? Spouted off some more not safe for work shit, and argued the age of consent.
Hold up. This,
What?
You're telling me that he's arguing something that was already enforced by every single fucking legal system in the world.
Pretty
was
much.
By law. He's
Yeah.
arguing the law.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I'm a head out. I've fucking seen everything.
What?
I'm not even done yet. I'm not even done yet.
Oh,
Zig-
you're not even done yet. Oh,
Yeah, I am.
boy. You're not even done yet. Oh.
Sugar is so done.
Damn, Sugar. I
Right.
love you so much,
Fucking
Sugar.
anything, but I don't want to get out of bed.
Okay, moving on.
Please.
Moving
Love
on,
you
moving
so
on, moving
much,
on,
Sugar.
moving on.
Brady, a quick question.
Yes?
Why is Charlotte muted? I'm server muted. I'm just curious.
Hold up.
7 muted. Oh, I think that's just that room. I think the chill zone is a muted room.
Yeah, that's supposed to be like a music room sort of thing. I never managed to get a music book in there. But yeah, that's probably one.
Yeah, it's like a waiting room, basically.
General chat. So, do we have a general chat?
Yeah, it's the foyer.
Okay, thank you.
The foyer has always been general. So Ziggy had the idea that you're considered an adult at age 13.
What?
And
Hold the fuck up. What?
Hold up.
I know.
What?
In Japan, that's the case, but not everywhere else.
That makes
Yeah.
sense for Japan
yeah.
because
Wow.
usually you
Japan.
work at such a young
We
age
don't
and they
talk
consider
about
you as
Japan.
the
Japan
young
is a
adult.
whole ass other
Mm.
realm of discussion.
Well, I mean,
Japan
even
is
in
a
the
second China.
even in the United States, the age of consent varies from state to state.
Yes.
It really
yeah.
does.
It
Yeah,
really
it's like
does.
it's between like 16, between 15 and 18, if I can recall.
It's 16 and up.
Thought so.
Yeah,
Okay.
some places it's 21, I think.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think California is actually 21.
Yeah.
Wait, the age of consent?
What?
That
No,
and you
not
can.
consent. I mean like for
Drinking and
working,
smoking?
like,
Oh.
eh,
I don't
there's
really know if there's
limitations
a
for
no, I
different
don't think there's
counties
like
in
a
California.
age limit or like a age of consent where you can smoke. But I know that if to drink here you have to be 21.
Mm.
Yeah, down here is
Yeah,
25,
the age
so
of
I don't
consent
know.
for doing the naughty naughties it does vary from state to state, but it usually ranges from 16 to 18 years old.
Yeah, down here for
Yeah.
marriage, it's 15 or 16 for marriage.
I will say this now though, I don't give a fuck whether or not you be drinking, smoking, or
Yeah.
having sex. Y'all better
Okay.
have
Yeah.
to do that shit safely.
Can
Okay?
I
Y'all better
continue?
you can't fuck around with that kind
Preach,
of shit.
sugar. Preach.
Yes.
Can I?
Okay, so we're moving on, yep.
Let me move
Okay.
on, please.
Mm.
Okay. That you can legally, well, do adult things. He sparked this argument while fighting with staff in the quarantine room we have in the honey court. But that's not the problem I'm having today. Due to what happened and what's continued to happen, not even 36 hours after he joined the server, the staff team, Ashley included, opted to ban him based on his reckless behavior. Since May 18th, he's emailed Ashley trying to get me fired. He's tried to drag her and other people into drama regarding another user that has zero to do with the situation, and he's commented on all day on my Twitter posts down to my very first tweet harassing me.
Oh,
Obviously, I'm not fired. Ashley and I are both on the same page, and the majority of the people he's tried to contact have told him to f off. I blocked him yesterday and thought it would be the end of it, but he decided to make an alt. So obviously he shows the alt. That's the alt account here. He's more likely only following Hellboy. And basically, like, he's been pretty much harassing him with, like, memes. So, like he's a homo virgin furry that needs to be silenced. Which is bad. Now look, the kid's 14 and is on his way to being a middle school dropout. I'm not afraid of a guy, and neither is Ashley. Honestly, this is the funniest shit I've seen all day. But I want Flux to block this account and report it. Because he's going through all my followers to start shit, and he's getting increasingly bothersome to people. This isn't me promoting harassment, this is just a PSA to put the guy on your radar to avoid him. So basically, because apparently, according to obviously from last week, I did have confirmation from Hellboy that is the rat that he was talking about last week last time on the show, which was 2 weeks ago. Let me quickly go into my info dump because I have the rest of the tweets. There we go. So basically, he decided to create a third account called Artist of Joy, which is the one that we saw before. Hey fellas, remember when I called out Ziggy yesterday? He's back at it again, and this time he's after Monstrous. The other, the owner of the Hazbin Hotel fan called, which have now, obviously,
Wait,
Monstrous, if you're honest.
Monstrous is still the owner?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, she's still the owner. Yeah, she's still.
Oh, and like I looked at the roles for Monstrous
I mean,
a
she's
while back.
technically
They've
the owner, but
changed
she
like
passed
to
on
admin and
ownership to
different
someone
positions
else
and everything.
because her life got in the way and she can't really afford the time to actually own the server. Yeah.
Oh, fair enough.
That's fine.
I was
But
about to say I just completely lost.
yeah, but trust me, because Monstrous is in our server. She's right there. And so is Hellboy. They're chill
Hi,
people.
Monstrous.
What?
She is in the server, so. And of course, and another Hellboy account that has nothing to do with me. So basically, this account that this rat made, I'm calling him a rat now. That's what he is.
It's not even a boy.
No
He's
boy.
a rat.
Nah, just
He's a
call
rat.
him Roland.
Nah,
I think that's even a compliment.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
that'll snitch. Rat or snitch, everyone. Rat or snitch.
Scoundrel.
Snitch.
I mean, to be honest, I figured that hate comments and all that, it's like, oh my god, I take like if somebody was to cuss at me or like yell at me, say like, boy, you should be underground right now in a casket. You're so stupid. I'd be like, oh my gosh, thank you for acknowledging me. At least I'm here. At least I've gotten something this far. I mean, look at us. We're here. We've done this. We've done something other than sit on the couch and yell at people for being good and better than them.
Yeah, so basically they just faked the profile saying female artist art was featured in GTA Online. X'd out, you fucking 14, come on. So basically he decided to add a random Hellboy Twitter page, not the Hellboy here, and just say fuck you Hellboy. And post a bunch of memes.
What the
That's so stupid.
Wait. Hold up. I gotta see that with my own two eyes.
I know.
What?
I'm
Where's-
getting
where-
there
link
right
this
now.
shit to me, please.
Wait,
Yes,
send it to me
please.
too.
I need to see this.
Me too. Me too.
Okay, I could try and find it. It won't take me too long.
Okay.
But I vote for calling this person a snitch instead of a rat because, unlike snitches, rats can actually be cute. I think a rat would actually be complimenting this jerk.
I mean, it depends on the rat. Like,
I mean, yeah.
there's the cute rats that you
There we
learn
go.
about, and then there's
Then
the
there-
rats that were in the fucking trench warfare that were the size of cats because they were feeding off.
A touche.
Maybe
So like they're
scoundrel was the-
adding this entire random Hellboy page that's not even the actual Hellboy.
I don't know where this is at. I need to see.
This is all on Twitter. I've got everything on stream right now, so I'm putting him on blast. I need to follow Drew. So like this is what he's been posting. It's technically harassment. And of course there was a tweet that's no longer available. He's saying you can't escape me. Check your mentions. I'm reading your Twitter tomorrow.
That's creepy.
He also uses Michael Kovic's avatar, which is technically copyright infringement. Even though he put a meme on it, but it's...
The fuck?
So are you Hellboy? If so, I want to choke the life out of you until your lungs shot out of your body. That's harassment.
That's
That's scary.
people.
Why?
And then he posts that.
Okay, I don't know where this is happening. I don't know where you're posting these.
I don't know. I don't see it either.
Give me a
Yeah,
second. It will be in the radio has been info dump.
Info dump.
That's where
Okay,
that's where I
alright.
put all the news. That's where I put all the news and all my topics.
Oh, and I did get a new phone, so my Twitter did get reset for a little bit. So I did have to refollow you, Insanes.
That's fine.
So if you don't know who I am, it's just the same name as Discord is. I'm not a rat. Maybe. I'm a tall rat.
I don't know. I'm the goddamn plague that the rats carry. Rated.
You're
Okay.
I can't.
So that's mostly from the little rat. Well, snitch. Whatever you prefer. Whether you want to call him a rat or snitch. That's either your take. Okay, moving on to the next topic. Okay, I think that's wow. We're actually moving quite fast into the actual topics expand. Wow, can't believe we're moving that fast into the actual topics.
Let's see.
Okay.
Twitter link did not work for me.
We're an hour in, so I mean,
Hmm.
you know.
Yeah, true.
Yay.
Yes, we are.
I mean, the thing is, we're covering the topics quickly because we're concluding them quickly, you know. Whereas before, there may have been like lengthy discussions on things and too much information thrown at things that didn't need it so much. So I think the progress of what we're doing with each topic is about the right speed, I'd say, for each one. You're not dwelling.
That's not to dwell.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Make sure you guys block. Make sure you guys report and block obviously the alt accounts which I've just shown, and obviously block Ziggy, and all of those alt accounts, and make sure we report him for target harassment against Hellboy. That's all I can say to that statement, because what he's technically doing is incorrect. If he does actually make another account when those ones have been suspended, he's technically ban evading.
Why don't we just apply for an IP ban against that person?
Not on Twitter, we can't. He's doing it on Twitter.
You can...
Oof.
Oh.
Yeah.
You know what?
I've
I'm
seen some
doing it
people
now,
accuse
and I'm
people
just
of
looking at every tweet that it's just given me, and they are all towards they're towards the wrong Hellboy.
Yeah, they are. It's
That
fucking
poor
hilarious.
lad. I mean, whoever Hellboy random is, he's probably thinking to himself, "What the hell have I done?"
Probably.
Unless it's actually just an false account of that person and they're just making a harassment statement to that person to make them like seem big and bad. And it's not actually a person. I've seen that done before.
Crazy, isn't it? I mean, this is a perfect example of like never tweet hate or any kind of negativity to someone, because you never know. You might be getting the wrong person. You might ruin someone else's day, and they might just be like, "Well, I don't know what the hell I've done now. I'm really worried."
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, that's how it mostly starts.
Hmm,
So now onto theories. So obviously the big theory that I had in mind was obviously Blue. Are you a fan of psychology?
I am actually.
Fantastic. Okay, we got two psychological experts here because I have a BTEC in forensic science, so I know how to get into the criminal mind.
I wouldn't call myself an expert on psychology. I'm just quite fascinated by it.
I
I've made
studied
many
psychology.
people cry, and I've made many teachers actually admit things that just past held in judgment to themselves. Like they've been knocking themselves down for years, and I've just helped so many people. So if you need help, I'm open.
I think you just opened yourself up to like half of the internet.
Yes.
Yeah, see, I'm not gonna say that. I just studied psychology and sociology. That was it.
Yeah, I studied.
I'm not saying anything else.
Yeah, I study criminology, and forensic psychology. So obviously, with Alastor being technically a criminal, because he was a mass murderer in Louisiana some times ago.
Mm-hmm.
So it's probably best we obviously start talking about what kind of disorders that he may have and past trauma. It seems obviously in the first episode, obviously, because it may also go, because again, it's always a theory, and of course, she may debunk this because it's Vivzy. She likes to debunk shit all the time and retcon her own stuff. And thank you for subscribing. Zuko. Thank you very much for subscribing, Zuko. Much appreciated. Welcome to the Hazbin Radio. Well, Radio Hazbin. But anyway, so I'm more like
forgetting the name of your own show.
Wouldn't you?
Forgets name of own show.
Wouldn't you? Come on. So more like apparently in the first episode that we've seen, he talks about his mum. And that's literally the first thing that he mentions. Obviously in the first lots of dialogue, well, near the ending dialogue, before the credits actually rolled into the actual series. About her jambalaya. I would definitely say he has a not good experience with his dad, which could lead to some trauma.
Can we get an F in the chat for that man in the relationship with his dad? Oof.
I reckon that he was probably closer with his mum than he was with his dad. I don't know if there's any indication that there is anything, say, wrong with his dad or anything abusive, or even if he knew his dad. But I reckon his mum pretty much spoiled him stupid when he was a kid and when he was an adult, and that's probably why he sort of regards her with such high tier, in my personal opinion.
My own opinion on this matter is that I always figured that Alastor was raised by his mom and his dad wasn't in the picture. Like that's kind of my thought process on the whole thing. But I mean, even if he wasn't, he definitely had a much closer bond to his mother than he did with his father.
He's a mummy's boy.
Yeah, basically.
So basically, it was it's basically the equivalent of the whole how can I put this lightly? Black man tap and run sort of cliche.
I'm not sure I'm familiar.
Wait, what?
So just obviously a black gentleman gets into a relationship with a girl, sleeps with her, but then ditches her as soon as he finds out she's pregnant.
Yeah.
That cliche.
Yeah. I mean, I that's not really my thought process on the whole thing, because I think that quite possibly his father was in the picture. But then again, at the same time, Alastor himself was alive during, I believe it was the First World War, as well as the Spanish flu, because I believe his father could have perished in either of those two, situations as well.
Well, I
do know they were through the Great Depression as well, so.
Yeah, but the Great Depression didn't happen until 1929, and Alastor died in 1933. He was a full-fledged adult.
True. Oh, we're talking about the child version of Alastor.
Yeah, any kind of I suppose when he was younger, there could have been elements to, drawing him to his mother than his father. So, I mean, it's quite possible. 1910s, 1920s, 1930s. The man always worked. He always worked, and then when he finished, he went to the pub or he went to the bar, and he hardly ever saw his family. So it could be that situation. And they used to work long hours as well. So I mean, he could have worked, I don't know, railroad, maybe in an office, maybe the mines. Well, who knows?
Yeah, but apparently, obviously, looking at some records. Remember, the U.S. didn't get involved in World War I till 1917, when it was nearly about to end.
Of course.
True.
Yeah.
And he died just before the Second World War.
That's how it is in America. You gotta go out with a fucking bang.
And then take credit for it all.
Yeah. And every movie is then based on that.
With all the fucking history lessons I've sat through, I can confirm that.
Yeah, just.
I think there's some very good theories there, some ideas and stuff. But I think without any other indications at the moment, obviously, everyone can have their own theories on it. I mean, maybe his dad was a serial killer, like Alastor, and that's why he wasn't at home a lot. Or maybe he died before Alastor was born. Well, just before he was like old enough to know him. Sort
The
of thing.
the fact of the matter is that there could be like infinite possibilities to explain Alastor's father, whether he was there, whether he was not.
Mm, mm.
Explains the killings. No wonder.
Well, yeah.
I
You
would
never know.
I would probably say more likely. I would say Alistair, by the time of his death, I would say he's roughly about his late 30s, early 40s. Judging by his height. Judging by his height, he's roughly in his early 30s, late 30s, early 40s. Which would make sense. He would be a mature adult. And therefore, he would probably have experience in the radio business and also learn about murder. I would probably suggest, like, during his time, he probably saw his father probably abuse his mom in a way. And there's the fact apparent that she accused him of cheating on her. So more likely he was rocking the boat quite a few times in Louisiana. And of course, he kept seeing that. Obviously, he saw his dad a few times for his teenage years. It's more like his dad was trying to get him onto his side, and he found it to be deemed unacceptable. That's why he stuck with his mum. And I would probably say Alistair's dad tried to take him away, and through a blind fit of rage and adrenaline, Alastor killed him, and he felt that rush. And he, more likely, I would probably suggest, there's too many people in the call.
Oh, no,
That
there isn't.
yeah,
Rest
okay.
in peace. Oof.
That obviously Alastor became the Louisiana version of Jack the Ripper.
I like that last bit. I like the last bit that he got into a fit of rage, maybe an argument with his father, and killed him. Maybe not intentionally, but then because he'd done it, he kind of got a rush for doing it. But and I think Alistair's probably between mid-20s to early 30s. I would say probably 27, 28. Because he would have, and I say like that sort of age because his experience and the way he talks is very confident. So sort of like not middle aged, like older. Doesn't seem very sort of like overwise or anything like that. It just seems a little excited all the time, but like a straight talker at the same time as well. And obviously being a radio host, he probably would have been like between 20 and 30 as a popular radio host in the 20s anyway. I would say. But I like the theory at the end where he may have had a argument and killed his father, and that gave him the incentive. Well, not the incentive, but like the taste, I suppose, for doing more.
I have to agree with that.
And being a radio host, he would have fans, possibly, and maybe he met a couple of his fans, and that's where it took off.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah,
But of course, separates himself from being the killer from obviously from his radio host style, because obviously he does it at separate times, which would explain how he would get away with it. And obviously in Louisiana, which of course Engineer has also added to it, voodoo magic was also a thing. So I would probably suggest that before he managed to kill his dad, he began learning about voodoo magic, learning about satanic voodoo magic, obviously because that was around during the time, because obviously he lived in Louisiana. It was quite popular. Because he would be in the exact same era as the Princess and the Frog film. I think everyone knows which one I'm referring to. Dr. Thalassier, if I can recall correctly.
Yeah,
Facilier.
Yeah, Facilier, right?
Yeah. Yeah, Facilier. So obviously more likely it's that kind of area. So So obviously he learned voodoo magic. He learned how to be much more. So basically, he got drawn into a higher power.
Hmm. I mean,
So
who's to say that his mother wasn't involved in voodoo magic? Like, maybe she knew a thing or two about casting spells, or something in the realm of that expertise, and he just learned from her.
Yeah, that's true.
He might.
Yeah, that could be possible. But there's also another alternative, like saying like he brainwashed his mom, saying, "No, mom, I'm here to protect you. That's all I want to do. I want to protect you. And there are people talking to me that want me to protect you." So he's going completely bonkers in his head.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously, mental health was not explored as it was now.
Yeah,
That's
true.
Between Deers and Voodoo, I don't think there is any symbolism. I know with Deers, it's more towards paganism. Rather than Voodoo. But again, Voodoo was more common in Louisiana rather than paganism. Though technically, many people would say that paganism is more related to Satanism, but they are completely separate classes. Entirely. So I would say that he probably suffered trauma from his dad. Probably saw him beat his mum and was not right about it. Saw him cheating on his mum. So I think the anger was building up at a very slow burn rate. Hence why obviously when he saw, because obviously I think this is also explains why he is an asexual aromantic. And more likely this is why he met Mimsy, not just to have a relationship with her in a sense, but as a co-conspirator, an accomplice.
Could be used as cover as well in a way.
Exactly.
Because she could be his alibi, and he can be hers.
Yeah, exactly. So, I do believe he does suffer trauma, mostly from his dad, and that's what made him snap. And I would probably say that he probably either has bipolar or schizophrenia.
Quite possible. I mean, if you see when you see him in the show, he's like always he always seems two minds. It's like chirpy and happy, and then he switches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Two-faced. Yeah.
So more likely, I probably would say he's more likely a bipolar. He probably does have an antisocial behavior disorder, because obviously he doesn't know how to behave in certain environments or to certain people. Obviously to gays, which how he interacted with Angel Dust. Because the way apparently that he responded with, "I could suck your dick." Because obviously in both of their times, being gay was very illegal. You would literally get beaten to death.
Wow.
Oh yeah, and if you weren't beaten to death, you would be thrown into the asylum.
Yeah.
Just for being homosexual.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh man.
So there is a lot of things going on. He could experience a platonic relationship. Yes, he can. That's where I go into depth about my video that I did yesterday about the whole asexual spectrum. So more obviously now we are actually going into his mind. We're seeing how he works. I don't know whether or not Viv's is gonna watch this part. She probably won't. Be like, yeah, I'm gonna debunk that. But we never know. We never know. So just
one thing I definitely get from Alastor is that he's definitely walking that fine line between being able to keep a whole facade and just losing it completely. Like one little nudge, I feel like, is something that could completely set him off. He's like a ticking time bomb.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
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 See the difference with like obviously schizophrenia and bipolar because they have very similar traits. I know because I suffer from bipolar, so I know that part. And my cousin suffers from schizophrenia. Is that yeah, I could have a really happy, good day, and then one little thing would then turn my whole day the opposite way. It doesn't even have to be a very,
Mhm.
very big thing. It's just
Mhm.
something slightly negative, and then the whole day is just down. And it's really hard to come back up from being down. And then your mind spirals out of control, and you start assuming things, and then it gets crazy, and you get angry. With schizophrenia, obviously, with the case of schizophrenia, you have both moods at the same time, but you feel like you can hear a voice in your head telling you to do things all the time, or people are plotting against you all the time. It's just your subconscious, like tricking you. So you end up doing bad or good things based on the feeling or what's happening around you.
Yeah.
So I mean, he does show sort of signs of both, but I think in the pilot, I would say he probably would have something like bipolar or something similar to that because I mean he always seems chirpy, and then it sort of snaps a bit.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, yeah, so obviously we seem to be in one agreement that it's probably more likely that he does suffer from, obviously, childhood trauma, more likely from his dad, but obviously he hasn't been diagnosed, and does have some form of bipolar.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously with the way apparently obviously the trauma that he saw his father go through, well, saw with his father, between his mum and the many women that he cheated on, this actually led Alastor to become an error ace. Would we all agree on that statement?
Mm-hmm.
I mean that's a good theory, definitely. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Lou, would you agree with those statements?
Hold on, I'm eating jerky.
Jerky.
I
That's
felt
fine. That's
that.
fine.
So I could agree with your statement in saying for sure it's definitely plausible. My own theory is that it could just be a natural thing because one thing your video definitely helped me realize when I watched it yesterday is that I am gray sexual.
Yeah.
And there's not really a specific event that I can recount that made me gray sexual. It's just a certain thing that happens naturally. Oh, sometimes I can actually handle being sexually involved with some people, and then other people I just can't, no matter how romantically invested I am with them. Sexually, my body does a hard nope. So I feel like it's also possible that that could be Alastor's situation as well. There are some people he can connect with, and just other people he's just not able to whatsoever.
Yeah. Which probably explains how he's able to connect with Mimsy, how he's able to connect with Charlie, and being not so connected with Angel Dust, Baggy, but also have a really good relationship with Nifty and Husk.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Understandable.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's pretty much it for that. I think there's only one more topic to cover now. Obviously this one's going to be much more of a serious topic. Yeah, the stream's a lot shorter than the rest of them have been at this moment in time. Because, well, pretty much we are quick firing through these because there's really not that much left to deal with. I mean, again, if Vivzy wants to debunk my claim of Alastor being bipolar, you're more than welcome to, sweetheart. I don't care. It's just a theory on paper.
What?
Oh, God. Right. So now we're moving on to a much more of a serious topic that's been going on in the world at this moment in time. just about a couple of weeks ago, a gentleman known as George Floyd was horrendously slaughtered by 3 police officers because one basically decided to put his knee onto his neck, which was completely inappropriate behavior. This was over a counterfeited $20 bill.
What?
Hey,
Mm.
don't forget this officer was also written up in the past. He should have been fired. This
Yeah.
officer was written up.
Mhm.
He was demoted. He was like he lost his job for a little bit. He was put on off-duty leave, no pay, and then he's still a cop. And then he goes out like a coward.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm.
Frankly enough, they are now charging him with second-degree murder and second-degree manslaughter, along with the other officers as accessories to the second-degree manslaughter. They are trying to push for first-degree murder in Minnesota, but I think that's going to let him go off scot-free. I believe
No,
just stick him
actually,
second degree.
he committed suicide.
Oh, he died?
What?
Yeah, that's why I said he went out like a coward.
I
What
thought
the
I heard he
Wow.
was
What?
I heard he was put on suicide watch in isolation, but I didn't know he actually managed to
heard he-
follow through with it.
I heard he
Oof.
did.
Hang on, let's have a look. Let's have a look.
Wait, he killed himself?
Wait, where'd you get?
That's
where'd you
what
get
I
that
heard.
information?
I live in Alabama. We hear a lot of things.
No, I mean
Mm.
like what source, like what newscast or paper or what?
I heard my parents talking about it. I wasn't sure what news site they were on. Usually they go through 3340 or something, but not sure.
3340?
Like
Mm.
ABC News, usually like during the weather, it'll pop over to the news for a little bit and then go back to the weather.
Mm.
That's
No,
what I heard.
it's completely false.
Mm.
I'm on the
Now,
Snopes
either
website.
he's still alive and they put him in witness protection, or he's dead.
I don't
It's
know.
completely false. I just checked Snopes.
Well, like I said, I heard he had been put on suicide watch and put in self-isolation. But yeah, like I said, if he would have managed to kill himself, like that would have broken out like wildfire. Every news source would have that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah, that would have. Yeah, in states there are degrees of murder. Obviously since it's Minneapolis, Minnesota, that definitely has that. There is a lawyer in Minnesota known as Nick Ricator. He goes into depth about the murder charges because he's actually a criminal defense attorney. So he knows his stuff. You guys can go check out his streams. Yeah, committing murder is never cool. It's never cool at all.
Yeah.
So obviously I want to try and donate some money, but I don't know which charity to donate to because no one gives me a fucking answer. Oh dear God, and now God's my raven for no bad reason. Ugh.
Mhm.
Well, I don't know any charities.
It's either
so-
that or I just spread the word that these charities are here. There are people on Twitter just like spamming a site, so they're pretty much everywhere. Yeah, they've like reopened the case as well. Like a lot of stuff are coming out. So yeah, like even like the actor who played Quicksilver in the Marvel movies, he got bashed for basically retweeting a video about Black Lives Matter and saying apparently people were calling him a racist.
Hmm.
What?
I know. He had to
What?
take down the tweet and then apologize. Never apologized to.
Oh.
What?
Yeah, there's like a whole bunch of stuff going down, like curfews are happening, which should have happened during the lockdown. Like where Vivzy is, 'cause she lives in California, 5 p.m. is curfew time.
Mm.
Like here, like you can see this demonstration. Up to
I know
50
there were riots that happened pretty much in in three major cities near where I live. You know, riots broke out, and so one of those cities was Grand Rapids, Michigan, which actually was
Oh, God.
surprising because Grand Rapids was actually having their reputation build up as being a very safe city. Whereas,
Ooh.
like 15 years ago, it was one of the most dangerous cities in Michigan, along with
Oh.
Flint and Detroit. And here's Flint, Michigan, i.e., one of the most dangerous cities in the continental US, who actually managed to hold a peaceful protest. Nobody got hurt, no buildings got damaged. And then you have cities like Grand Rapids and Lansing, where banks are being broken into, buildings are being burned down,
Oh.
police cruisers are being set on fire.
Oh.
And I'm embarrassed to live in the country that I live in. I'm gonna be straight up honest with you guys.
I'm in Michigan, actually.
I mean, look at this here, right?
I live in
Someone
Michigan.
dressing up in complete blackface at a Toronto protest for what's going on.
Ugh.
Oh.
And if you don't mind me mentioning this, I'm pretty sure y'all know about areas like Salem in New York and like places where, shit like that, at least that have pretty high crime rates. They
Yeah.
have Salem in particular, I was told this yesterday, they got nothing going. It's like they're completely off the radar. Which is surprising. They're generally known for to at least got something going on down there.
Yeah.
And the
But
fact that nothing's going on down there surprised everyone.
Yeah. I mean, also in addition to the fact that I'm going to say this because I've said it quite a few times on my Twitter. Nostradamus was right. He predicted this perfectly. Nostradamus years ago predicted there'll be a third war, and it will be against black and white. Look at what's happening right now.
Oh yeah, we're like on the verge of like another civil war, basically.
Oof.
Yeah. And I bet, more likely, Martin Luther King is probably turning in his grave right now.
Mm-hmm.
He's probably
Everybody
thinking,
be
my
saying that.
God, these people are such a fucking idiot. My God, I don't know why I'm speaking in such an accent like that. All we came is to follow together in the whole joys of love to bring equality to the civil rights movement that I brought on so many years ago. And now it's turned to fucking shit. I
guess
know-
it's Malcolm X cheering in his grave.
You okay?
Yeah, I just choked on some jerky.
You still going at the jerky.
Joke.
Yes, I am.
You're okay.
Like I just straight up inhaled a piece.
You didn't even chew or swallow. You just inhaled it.
No.
You just inhaled that son of a bitch.
It's okay, I'm fine now. That's what I get for eating and laughing at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah, I do believe
Gain
that.
sustenance by inhaling jerky.
So I do solely believe that what's happening is wrong. The civil rights movement is now completely botched. But yeah,
Yeah, that's awful.
it's completely awful.
New York is super bad. Surprisingly, no one be saying shit about what's going on in Chicago. I don't even think anything on Chicago. And then, you know, they have
What
like
the
the highest
fuck?
crime rate in the fucking country.
Okay, this is
Yeah.
funny.
Actually,
Anyone watching this video that I'm watching right now? What the hell? Hang on, let me start it from the beginning. Right. It says celebrities bailing out looters and rioters. Right, I'm not gonna play the
cynical, soulless, craven corporations like
What?
Chrissy Tiger, George Wendt, Frederick Douglass,
oh,
the Hamburglar.
Oh! Guess
Frank-
what?
Frank-
I heard that I believe it was Jake Paul who got arrested for being at the scene of a looting.
Yes, that is correct. He's been charged for 6 months.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Logan Paul flashbacks. God dang.
well,
this.
Logan Paul actually spoke out about it. He was like, I love my brother, but he does stupid shit, and he should not have been there. He should have gotten the hell out of there. It's like, you finally grew a brain, Logan. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, thank you.
Better late than never, I suppose.
Indeed,
that's
indeed.
on having common sense.
Should have known better.
It's like when the younger brother is smarter than the older. I believe that. I believe I'm correct about that. Like Logan
Wow.
Paul's younger.
Yeah, no, Logan is older than
Oh,
yeah.
well, that just makes even more sense then.
Yeah.
Oh.
Not to mention that, I mean,
Wow.
shit, like, there was literally apparently there was a demonstration regarding, like, all, like, I guess the shit that's going on. It was literally behind my house. And,
Uh-oh.
yeah, I mean, I don't know what happened. I don't even know what happened yet. But apparently it was supposed to be peaceful. It was supposed to be a demonstration.
Keyword supposed to be.
Like here's an actual.
Because alright, I want to break something down. I live in Texas. The majority of people down here are white, including my family.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know how many people in this I guess demonstration, this supposedly peaceful demonstration. I don't know how many of them are white. I don't know how many of them are people of color. Now, I'm praying to God that if it didn't happen yet, that it's peaceful, because I'm pretty sure they know damn well that the complex that is right in front of the park that they're doing this at is full of white families. And you never know when one thing will fucking happen, one small thing, and then everyone will go off the fucking bricks.
Right,
So,
right.
I'm afraid for my own safety, for my family's safety, and for everyone else in this complex. And, I'm worried about the people in this demonstration too, because if it does get...
I mean,
people here, my next door neighbor has a fucking shotgun. He ain't afraid to shoot a motherfucker.
I mean, look here.
Nice.
These are the Black Lives Matter protests happening in the UK, and this was today.
Yeah, there was actually a march in my town.
Oh man.
Yeah, I was at work.
It makes no sense because they're not stopping it; they're initiating it. They're hurting their own self by protesting and doing stupid crap out in like these buildings and everything. Like there was this one dude, is a black man, and he created this business when he was a kid. He has a restaurant, and they destroyed it in a fight for black people.
Oh man.
Yeah, there's been a lot of damage that's been done. I do support the cause
because this dude is like in his 60s. and he's owned that since he was like 18, 19.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh
I
my
do
God.
support the cause, but not the looting and the riots that's been happening.
Yeah.
I mean, people can
It's-
start calling me racist for that, but I'm like, I do support the cause. Just not has been happening. Like, people stealing vodka, people stealing TVs, or anything like that.
Yeah, the
But it's-
chaos and the violence is not something that we support, but the
It's
idea, the cause, definitely.
Yeah.
it's like an infinite Black
Mhm.
Friday, but on stupid steroids.
Black
It's just
Friday.
the
Wow.
sad thing is that unfortunately for years, despite all the peaceful protests,
Nothing has
at
changed.
this point, like just it's true. Actions speak louder than words. And unfortunately,
Wow.
because the people of color, I guess, have been untreated fairly by not only white people in general, but by our own government. They feel like that by doing this is the only way that they feel that now they can actually, get people to listen to them and actually take them seriously. And for the most part, it's working, which I honestly find really upsetting. Because at this
Indeed.
point in time, like this isn't the 50s or the 60s. This isn't even fucking colonization times when we were bringing them
Right.
in from Africa. Like at this point, we're all just listen. I don't fucking care anymore if you're white, black, gay, straight, whatever the fuck. You're nice to me, I'm nice to you. That's how this shit should work.
Mm-hmm.
There's and the fact that there's a fucking debate over ending racism boggles my goddamn mind. Like, why are you arguing whether or not we should end racism? Like, what the fuck? Like, hello? Like, just I don't know. It's fucking ridiculous. At this point, we shouldn't give a fuck about
Yeah.
what skin color we have or literally
Yeah.
anything else. We're all just motherfucking people. We should all be
Yeah.
treated equally. We
Yes.
are all
Yeah.
pieces of shit. We shouldn't
Yeah.
be discriminated just
Mhm.
because one piece of shit has a different color skin than the other. We are
Mhm.
all equal pieces of shit.
Ridiculous.
I mean, like,
Yeah.
we might not be the same in skin, but in our bodies, our blood's the same. Like, we're all the same thing. We run off the same engine. It's just the skin.
I mean, I feel like the point where cities are practically being burnt down because of
Oh, yeah.
racism is the point when, yes, we have a problem. Yes, it needs to be solved. And it needs to be solved right fucking now because this is absolutely ridiculous. This is 2020, people.
Yeah. Come on.
Yeah.
Good
Again,
year.
it's
I'd be
it's
ruined.
setting everything back from what Martin Luther King stood for.
Mm-hmm.
It's quite sad. And
Yeah.
I do believe that the American police heavily needs to be reformed.
Oh,
Yeah,
for sure.
I thought
Like-
the virus
like-
was just as worse.
Like how we Brits deal with it here, right?
Mhm.
No, not anyone that is new to law enforcement is allowed to carry a gun at
I was
all.
about to say,
Mhm.
if you compare UK police to American police,
What?
Yeah,
it's
there is no
completely
comparison. I'm
weird.
sorry.
Man.
Listen.
I mean, y'all, no offense, but like, does the UK even carry like a baton?
Nightsticks, yes.
And
Okay.
and obviously pepper spray and all that kind of stuff.
y'all
It's
are
more
not
non-lethal stuff.
Yeah, and I respect that. I love the fact that it's non-lethal. But
Mhm.
to me, the right to bear arms has gotten too far in America. Like where you can have an arsenal and they don't even say nothing.
Yeah.
I just when
I
it comes
like
to
it.
that particularly, this is honestly like I can understand why people are against it. I can understand why people are for it. The only thing is that it's not the gun; it's the person who has their finger on the trigger.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
can't
Exactly.
guarantee whether or
Yes.
The
the
gun
person
does
who has
nothing.
the gun is a fucking nut job or the sanest person you ever fucking met.
Mhm.
And
Oh,
one
yeah.
thing I do want to say about this is that I live in, like I said before, I live in Texas. we are not only a pro-business state, but it's quite literally, I shit you not, it is legal to walk around with a gun as long as it is holstered.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and also in
So
addition, like,
that's why I'm extremely worried for people down here, whether or not they're protesting or, you know, their families or whatever, because you never know when a motherfucker is gonna pull out a double barrel and just pull the trigger, and then shit
Yeah.
will literally go straight to hell.
Yeah.
indeed, indeed.
See, I have family who live in Germany, and from what I know is that you cannot own a gun if you live in a city or a highly populated area. The only time where you can own a gun is if you live in like out in the country or out in the mountains, and it can only be used for hunting.
That's pretty much the same here.
Mm-hmm.
Well, in doing like going out to like a certain part and using clay pigeons, doesn't that, since it's like a sport,
Yeah.
isn't that also an exception?
Yeah.
Yeah, they also, like, a few years ago, banned fox hunting.
Yeah.
Fox
Oh yeah,
hunting?
I hate fox hunters.
Oh, poor
Sickens
Yeah.
me.
sad.
Fur farm,
I didn't even
fur
know
farms, and
fox
fox
hunting
hunting,
was a
I
thing.
hate.
What the
Yeah,
fuck?
that's sad.
Yeah,
I've
fox
actually
hunting was
visited
like,
a fur farm to go against them. I actually hate it. I've
Mhm.
even
Yeah.
filed many assault complaints against them because they literally throw foxes by their tails into walls. I've witnessed that with my
No.
eyes.
No.
They throw them off roofs while they're in their cages, and the cages are literally 1 foot tall,
Horrible.
so they
Oh
can't
my
even move.
God.
That's
I
horrible.
seen that with my eyes.
Oh man.
That's awful. And
That's horrible.
that really hits close to home too, because where I live in Michigan, red foxes are a very uncommon sight. You very rarely ever see them. I never saw them when I was growing up, and it's only been recently that their numbers have started making a comeback.
Yeah.
Wow.
I've actually seen a
Oh,
progressive,
poor
like a
baby.
progression in like fox species, and I'm actually proud of
Mhm.
that. The only thing that
Mhm.
sickens me even more than that, the fact that they're hurting the foxes, is that they're force breeding them, which is
Oh.
basically the R word. I don't like using that R word, but insemination. There
Yeah.
you go. They're forcefully inseminating a fox
That's
without
horrible.
consent of the animal,
That's
because
horrible.
animals
Yeah.
can't give consent.
Oh.
And I mean, that's how we got the dark ash fox, which is basically a red fox mixed with a darker species of that fox.
Mhm.
But we also have the ash marble fox. That's a species of red fox and snow fox that are hybrids.
Mm.
It's forced
Mhm.
breeding. They're not even supposed to breed. They're actually forced. I
Hmm.
hate it.
yeah.
This world just has some really, really dark corners that.
The
But
world is
also,
screwed up.
Yeah, for
yeah,
real.
I believe that America is, well, in this case, completely screwed. It's either,
It's up in flames. It is up in flames, okay? That is
Wow.
what the United States is at the moment. It is
I
up in
can't wait
flames.
till we actually
but
have a purge
also,
that will show you how shitty this world is.
It's like the apocalypse.
and in addition, you guys are, and America's gonna have another wave of COVID because of the riots.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
For real.
Right?
You gotta think of that double-edged sword, because people are supposed to be social distancing, supposed to stay indoors. But now with all the protests and all the riots going on, COVID and Ebola are going to spread faster than you can say the words rabies.
Yep.
Not to mention that colleges now
So true.
or like everyone is now worried that COVID is gonna pop up again in the winter because of
Oh
that.
yeah,
Oh,
because heat kills the COVID virus. Literally, heat kills the virus.
Mhm.
That's why I keep it like 88 degrees in my house.
Mhm.
I mean, I'm sorry, but it's been proven because it's running rampant in the southern states as well. It's a myth that sunlight kills the virus. It's
No.
a complete myth because
Hmm.
Otherwise, it would be gone by now.
Mhm.
And like, yes, heat helps. That's why you're advised to wash with warm water and antibacterial soap for at least 20 seconds. But heat alone won't completely kill the virus. It's a virus. It's not a bacteria. There's a difference between the two. Viruses are non-living. Bacteria is, and so viruses alone are extremely hard to kill, and for the most part have to run their course. But if you can isolate it so it can run its course in one area and then just not spread, then that's what the point of social distancing is. Is that it's contained in a single area, isn't allowed to spread, and it runs its like pretty much cycle there and eventually is gone.
I mean, yeah, that's literally how it goes.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
But since people are being stupid and not social distancing, this
Yeah.
virus continues to spread.
Yeah, and it
Yeah.
is going to continue to spread no matter what.
Yeah, my fucking like my dad was telling me because like like I said before earlier, I registered for the summer semester and we're starting up next week. My college was planning on running the course and then hopefully shifting gears back to normal by the time the fall semester rolls around. And we're not even sure if we're going to do that because my father told me that from another college that they're going to let the students back on campus for the fall, but then they want them out by Thanksgiving, and then they're going to go back into quarantine for the winter because they're afraid the virus is going to pop.
Yeah, I've heard like everything's gonna shut down where I'm at during the winter. Even schools are going down. We're gonna be forced to be online school where I am for my college, due to the virus. So no college students are actually allowed to get to their classes. They have to be forced to be online. With or
I'm
without.
honestly just over here like, why the fuck did my parents make me pay for another whole ass semester, thinking this shit's gonna go back to normal? We're gonna
Yeah, but for the class
shit.
I teach, it's
Oh, you
like
teach?
I'm not a certified teacher. I just go in and teach people like because I'm all about rockets.
Oh, you're a teacher's aide. Is that what?
Basically, but for college professors. So he sits over there in the corner while I teach the class
Oh my god.
because I'm training to be just like him. I'm getting my degree in aerospace engineering too, as well. So
Ah.
Hey.
Cool.
Yeah, see, I'm a custodian at just an average school district in my state. And we really haven't heard anything about how the school year is going to go once it starts up. We've been brainstorming. We were thinking about having the school run for 4 hours instead of 8 or 10. Monday and Tuesday, have Wednesday off, and then Thursday and Friday, and have the weekend. That way, the janitors have the time to thoroughly clean the school and sanitize everything. And yeah, that's as far as we've gotten at the moment.
Yeah.
yeah, and also does the school that you work at, if you didn't you say you work in a school?
Yep, I work at an upper elementary.
Are y'all gonna be equipped with those thermometer things where you scan like a forehead or something and like you see if they're hot or not?
No, because we're not medical professionals. We're just cleaning professionals. We are being like equipped with like heavy duty sanitation gear that will kill germs and viruses within a minute. But that's as far as we've gotten so far. We've gotten those fogging machines that will like create a fog of disinfectant spray as you spray it around so it clings to every surface instead of just top surface areas.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's actually pretty good. I know the recently down here we've taken an investment into the bug like the trucks that go by your neighborhood every day and like they just have that loud bug sprayer on the back of them. We've
Yeah.
actually equipped some of those in the halls. So during break, all you hear is just around the whole building.
That's beautiful.
Yeah,
Indeed.
it's incredible.
Indeed.
But I
Okay.
mean, it's mainly hands-on in that vicinity, so I guess it makes sense for it because we always work like at least 2 feet apart. Because I mean, building engines and rocket motors and all that, you gotta be close.
Indeed.
One wrong move, either you're gonna kill somebody or you're gonna waste $1 billion.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I think obviously now we have talked about a very serious issue. Obviously we had a couple of birthdays on the server today. So Jack Mugan has turned 19 today, and of course in 3 days' time, I won't be streaming. Even though it is a Tuesday, and Tuesdays I don't stream. Nor upload any content. But I will be celebrating my 28th birthday with Halusa, because he'll be coming down to see me.
Yay!
So I am
Yes.
turning 28 years old, and he's going to be turning 40. Next
Yeah,
month.
in July.
Congratulations.
Hey, I'm not the only July baby in here.
And it's been, and just to quickly add, it's been 5 months since we last saw each other because of this COVID stuff, so it's going to be very special.
4.
Yeah.
Aw.
Oh.
4.
I do
I've
need
been.
to ask
Yes.
Lucy,
Yes.
what day in July?
28th.
28. Okay.
Let's
Got it.
I was born 5 days before you, Ava. Wow.
I was born in March. I was born March 28th.
I'm born
Ah!
I'm actually the fetus of the group. I'm
July
18.
12th.
I'm born in
July
March
12th,
30th.
93.
Okay.
March 30th.
97 for me. So.
1996.
2001, motherfuckers.
Also, to add to like leaving on a positive note, well, positive for everyone else, maybe not so much for me, but next
Oh.
week from the 9th is apparently Alastor and Lucifer ship week.
Yeah, it's Apple Radio Week, everyone. It's Apple Radio
Apple
Week.
Radio. So you might see quite a lot of Apple Radio videos on mine and probably on Radio Hazbin channel as well. So be prepared.
It's gonna be hella gay. It's gonna be hella gay.
It will be, but it's only for 1 week. So just count yourselves bloody lucky.
Hey, you know what? You want me to help you maintain your sanity throughout the bullshit? I got you.
Yeah.
All hands on deck.
Yeah, I want to join.
I need the memes and the shit posts, please.
Yeah. I'll get in contact with
Yeah.
you.
I got you. I'll send them right fucking now. I got you.
Alright, okay, so that's enough of the show for the night. Thank you for everyone for joining us. Thank you to Sugar, to Belle, Jackalope, to Blue Raven 66, to Hazbin Madness, also known as Halusa Twin, and of course Moonlight Wolf. I will be ending the video with, of course, I wish my fucking thing would stop boomerang.
Only I'm allowed to boomer.
I
Quite.
am literally the baby in the group, and I kind of hate
Boomer.
it. I'm the baby.
What?
Hey, there's
Okay,
nothing wrong
like
with
that
being
image.
the baby.
I like that image.
I'm
I'm gonna do something you're gonna fucking hate me for.
What? No. What is going on?
Yeah,
Sugar, no.
sugar, yes.
Sugar, no.
Sugar, yes.
To end this, we will be playing some more Asho Boyo's Angel Dust theme. Bye-bye!
Bye.
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 Everybody.
Bye-bye.